Hello everyone, this is Mukundan Raghavan, and in this video we are going to understand Playwright CLI versus MCP. In last few years we have been using the Playwright for our automation. When we come to the era of AI, obviously we need to use the AI tools. So that's where we started using the Playwright MCP. However, Microsoft themselves have created the tool called Playwright CLI, which is mainly focusing on the AI automation. By using this Playwright CLI instead of MCP, we can save almost 95% of token usage. And today video, we will try to understand how this Playwright CLI works and how it will save the tokens usage in case of Playwright MCP. So let's understand all the things from the basic so that it will be conceptual video where we will understand how to use the Playwright CLI and why it is making a difference. Let's start with what is Playwright. Maybe for the beginners, it will be very useful. Playwright is an open source browser automation library created by Microsoft. Generally, as a human, we will open the browser, go to the URL, do some actions, and do some assertions, basically in the manual testing. In Playwright, you will do the same thing using the coding language. Mainly, we will focus on the TypeScript. Now, what is MCP? MCP is Model Context Protocol. Generally, when you are given with LLM, then you need the tools. That's why we have the Playwright MCP. Basically, you ask a question to the Claude, go to some URL and do some action. Now, Claude itself will know that how to do that. But still, in order to implement the action, it needs a tool. Then it calls the MCP tool. Then this MCP tool is capable of doing the actions over browser. After doing the browser actions, it will return the result to you. But note that in MCP, after doing the browser actions, it will return the whole DOM structure to you. For example, here you can see Playwright navigate, click and get text. These are the simple three actions we are going to do over the browser. However, if you see the token usage, it will be around 24k tokens just for three simple actions. Because MCP, especially here Playwright MCP, returns the whole DOM structure. Then what is Playwright CLI? It is not the CLI that you use in your terminal. For example, in general we will use npx playwright test and so on. That is the Playwright commands. This is Playwright-CLI. If you go to the official website of Playwright-CLI, you will find some more information. However, just to have a short introduction, it is a standalone tool by Microsoft built specifically for AI agents. You will write a simple English request to your LLM, in case Claude. Then Claude will write the entire script. With the bash, it will run the same script. Once the script is executed, then it will be having the output as JSON. Instead of having the entire DOM structure, you will be having the focused output. Now, we need to understand one more thing, what is a skill? Especially in Claude, we will use the skills. In other LLM also, we will use some kind of .md file. It could be instructions, it could be agent description. Without skill, what happens? Claude has to figure out trial and error. Sometimes it makes mistakes. To rectify the mistake, again it might use some more tokens. Due to these various actions, it might become slower, sometimes even unpredictable results. If you have the skills well defined, then first of all, Claude reads the skills. So your instructions are very clear, then it will follow the best practices and it will go to the first approach as the right approach, so that you will have the less tokens and less time. So what are the things Claude CLI skills tell to the Claude? It will tell use the CLI commands, not MCP. It can batch all actions in one script. So basically, skill will direct you in the right direction with the right kind of input. Now, how Claude picks the tool? When you type something on the chat window with LLM, it will get that and it will check some of the environments or some kind of checklist. First, it will check is Playwright MCP connected or not. Is bash tool is available or not? Is there a skill file or not? Here skill file is main because skill file will tell you exactly what has to be done. In case if Claude chooses the MCP, what happens? That's what we have seen, but still we can understand what happens. You are telling something, get the title of the first hacker news article. Then it will navigate to the user. Then it will navigate to the website. In this case, it will return 8000 tokens. It is approximate, but 8000 tokens. Then it will get all the title line. Again, it returns the 8000 tokens. Then it will take the screenshot, because even screenshot is required to create some more test cases, or let's say some more locators to find. So again 8000 again. So in total 24,000. That's what we have seen. But in case when Claude chooses the Playwright CLI, chooses the skills, writes the one script, as you see here it's a JavaScript, everything simple, then it will execute that in bash, then you will get the response JSON. It will be using only 200 tokens versus 24,000 tokens. Now you might have an idea, or at least a conceptual idea, about MCP and Playwright. What returns to the Claude? This is the main factor. In Playwright MCP, your entire DOM structure and its tree. In case of Playwright CLI plus skill, only console log. So far we have seen so theoretical points, but we have also seen when you use the Playwright CLI, your input is not the entire DOM structure. It is just a console.log from the bash command, Playwright CLI bash command. Then if CLI never returns the DOM to the Claude or any LLM, how does the Claude knows which locator or selector to be written in the script? It's a valid question, right? So you may do different actions, but at the end of the day, if you want to write the script or if you want to do some actions, you need to exactly know the locator in the DOM structure. And in Playwright CLI, we have seen there is no DOM returned. Then how it works? There are different ways where Playwright CLI will solve this very smartly. First of all, this kind of LLMs are trained over different websites. So basically it knows the popular website structure and its DOM structure. And also sometimes user describes the page or the actual action or label name. And the main point here is CLI will have the YAML snapshot, not image snapshot, YAML snapshot. And YAML snapshot will be using the different way that we will discuss in some time. And after that, semantic locators. If you talk about the Playwright introduction, Playwright mainly focusing on what user can see. So these are the four main things. And the third point is very important that we have not seen so far, YAML snapshot. In previous slide, we have seen YAML snapshot. It is not an image. Sometimes people, when they hear snapshot, they used to think like it's an image. Basically, image that you think is .png or JPEG file, which can be having the pixels. And in order to process the screenshot or image, you need to have the vision model. Are we using the vision model? Definitely not. Then what are we doing actually? It will be creating the YAML snapshot, and it will be having the simple list of items that you see in the screen in the accessibility tree. If you are not sure, if you go to your developer tools and you can see the elements tab. In the same elements tabs, you can see the accessibility tree. This accessibility tree was mainly focusing on the visually challenging people, and it will have mainly role, name and its status. And it is not something specially created for Playwright or Claude or for AI. It has been there for a long time. So it is taking the YAML snapshot, which is a simple text file. How does it look like? You can see the sample snapshot, especially YAML snapshot. When you go to the website, it will mainly focusing on the role, name and status. And temporarily it will give some of the linkers or some of the nicknames you can consider. For example, here you can see E2, E3. So this is a temporary nicknames. Once the bash session is completed, it will be taken out. It is for its internal purpose. Now, how do you create this snapshot? If you have the Playwright CLI, Playwright-CLI, then you can use the snapshot. Then whatever the page is currently there, it will take the snapshot and save it into the disk. Then Claude will read only the references which are present inside your YAML snapshot. So here you can clearly understand it is not the full DOM structure. It is only the references. Simple flow that you can see in the bottom of the slide. Playwright-CLI, go to the URL and snapshot will be taken. And Claude reads that E4, E5, such kind of references and does the action over that. That's what we have exactly seen in the previous slides. Training knowledge, where you will have the some of the standard practices, and sometimes you will describe it. For example, you want to click on some page or some locator. Even sometimes people might give the locators also. And third one, YAML snapshot that we have discussed just now. And semantic locators. If you see the semantic locators, it is nothing new. Get by text, get by role, get by label, which are the things nobody has to have some CSS knowledge. They just write what they have seen in the screen and what kind of option it is. It could be a button, it could be a text. So basically it is like what they have seen in the screen. Now we will again go through the complete flow from request to result. As a person, you will ask some question, get top 5 stories from the Hacker News. Then Claude reads the skills.md or skill.md. By this time, it will know what to use. Playwright-CLI, be precise, use the batch actions and return the JSON. After that, Claude decides the locator strategy. It could be the famous site, it could be having the previous knowledge from your context, or it could use any of the other strategy. However, it has the YAML snapshot also. Now, Claude writes all this knowledge into the script, navigates, extracts, formats. Everything happens and the final script is ready. Then if it is ready, then it will run the bash. By running the bash, it will open, navigates, does the action, and all the things are clear. So in this case, LLM does not see anything. LLM just creates the script and executes that. LLM does not even go to the browser. So these are the reasons why people are preferring Playwright CLI plus skills plus LLM, which is a powerful combination. By having this knowledge, now we can use the Playwright CLI plus skills in our project. And this is all about this video, and always be a rainbow in others' cloud.